What's a dead giveaway that someone has low intelligence? Often wrong but never in doubt. Instead of having a good point in an argument, they call you names and insult you. No critical thought. Poor spellcasting ability, below average investigation, and arcana checks. The tricky part is that people can be extremely smart in some areas while being completely rudderless in other ones. So, there is no universal indicator, I believe. Lack of curiosity. A lot of comments here are describing mean, rude, low IQ individuals. Some low IQ individuals are extremely kind and have a tough time in society because they get used. Inability to process hypotheticals and the if scenario. It helps us with basic skills like arithmetic. One of the most important abilities it gives us is the ability to put ourselves in someone else's place. No opinions, they simply absorb others' opinions and the way of thinking without context and make it their own. If you ask them why, they'll reply with they don't know. Only use one source of news and believe it fully instead of looking across a number of different sources. The inability or unwillingness to try to understand someone else's point of view, and how their personal experiences contribute to that view. When they never question the beliefs they grew up with. Have strong opinions about topics they don't really even understand the basics of. When they make a claim and you ask for sources to how they reached that conclusion and they just keep saying look it up yourself, the information is out there. Getting mad at seatbelt laws. Repeating conspiracy theories they haven't researched. Not understanding others' perspectives and instead resorting to name-calling in an argument. Entering every conversation with the intent to prove they're the smartest in the room. Believes that every argument or debate is a battle they must win. Never questioning their beliefs or changing their mind in light of new information. Making assertions about their perceived intelligence. Frequent usage of authoritative statements without basis or proof. Ignoring or refusing to acknowledge strong evidence that contradicts their beliefs. Outright stating that they are always right, regardless of the situation. Blindly ranting about the perceived shortcomings of others without any intuition. Struggles with abstract concepts and innovative problem solving. Believes their view or opinion is the only correct one. Stubbornly stands by proven misinformation or lies. Often ignores facts or evidence that contradict their claims or beliefs. Blames others for their mistakes and failures, rather than taking responsibility for them. Constantly repeats debunked conspiracy theories as if they were facts. Doesn't attempt to understand differing viewpoints or perspectives. Disregards science and trusted sources of information. Doesn't express self-awareness or understand the effect they have on other people. Can't take constructive criticism or admit when they're wrong. Generally doesn't attempt to learn or improve themselves. Complains about problems without offering any solutions or trying to make things better. Thinks emotional reactions are a valid substitution for logical arguments. Frequently shares unverified or sensational news stories on social media without fact-checking them first. Proudly proclaims ignorance on a topic as if it were a virtue. Doesn't show curiosity about the world around them. Consistently demonstrates confirmation bias in their decision-making. Prefer hearsay and opinions over facts and scientifically proven data. Is unable to show empathy towards others who are different from them. Can't argue without resorting to personal attacks or insults. Consistently distorts facts to align with their preconceived beliefs or narratives. Holds prejudices or biases against certain groups of people, cultures, or ideas without proper reasoning or understanding. Incorrectly uses big words in an attempt to sound more intelligent. Believes questioning authority or conventional wisdom automatically makes them smarter. Takes pride in their own ignorance about certain subjects. Quick to judge and categorize people without getting to know them. Believes their own experience or anecdotes are more valid than statistical data. Has little to no impulse control and reacts negatively to minor inconveniences. Shows lack of foresight, often having a narrow focus without considering the implications of their actions. Takes offense easily, typically overreacting to differing opinions or constructive criticism. Remains closed-minded and resistant to new ideas, refusing to expand their cognitive horizons. Constantly jumps to conclusions without examining the facts or considering alternative views. Doesn't read books or engage in any form of continuous learning. Prioritizes being right over understanding or learning from others' perspectives. Passes judgment or forms opinions without adequate background knowledge or information. Shirks responsibility and tends to blame others or external factors for their mistakes and failures. Adapts their understanding of the world based on their beliefs, instead of adjusting their beliefs based on their understanding of the world. Exhibits a strong distrust of experts and professionals in different fields, choosing to rely on anecdotal evidence or personal beliefs instead. Never shows any interest in furthering their knowledge or learning about different perspectives. Refuses to consider that their views could be flawed or that there could be merit to an opposing viewpoint. Uses personal experience as the only evidence to support their arguments. Easily swayed by pseudoscience and conspiracy theories. Ignores contrasting perspectives, often losing sight of the bigger picture. Misconstrues information or distorts facts to suit their own narrative. Consistently declines the chance to improve their knowledge in fear of appearing ignorant. Uses complex language inappropriately in an attempt to appear more knowledgeable. Can't distinguish between valid arguments and logical fallacies. Believes that they are always right and everyone else is wrong, refusing to consider other perspectives. Doesn't engage in any form of intellectual curiosity or exercise. Willingly shares false or misleading information without fact-checking. Refuses to accept when they're wrong, even when faced with clear evidence. Tries to dominate conversations without actually contributing anything of substance.